Guys, we're back. I'm Alona.
I'm Sana.
And today we're going to do a second part of our little mini-series on forgetfulness that comes with aging and what should be a concern for possibly dementia. So we talked about the day-to-day stuff, and today we're going to talk about conversational and reasoning problems that may occur. So...
All right. We're going to start a little bit with things like reading. So obviously it's normal if you have cataracts and or macular degeneration and you can't read anymore. But having trouble reading because you can't really judge the distance of the words on the page, or it looks like the words on the page are higher than the page, things are jumbling together, things aren't really, you're not retaining the information, that would really be a warning sign. What would not be a warning sign is the print is just really small that day, and your prescription is outdated, or you're really groggy. That would not be an issue, but having trouble repeating back what you read would be an issue. Reading starting to frustrate you when you used to enjoy it, those would be warning signs. As far as having a conversation, we all forget the right word to say. We do it in these videos all the time. But it's okay to not think of the right word, or to kind of lose your train of thought in the middle of a sentence, or wait, what was I saying? Where was I going with that? I don't remember. Totally fine at any age, let alone when you're aging. But what is a concern is if you stop in the middle of the sentence, the conversation, and you have no idea what the conversation was about. Not losing your train of thought, just genuinely, I have no idea what we're talking about. Yeah. And not being able to find the right word more often, or using the wrong word, calling somebody by the wrong name, looking at a clock and not being able to say, oh, that that thing, you just can't get the words out, you can't explain it, or you're calling the clock a watch, or you're calling it the telephone, you're just not... It's not clicking. Things that you, on an everyday basis, should be able to identify, you're not able to identify. And this, again, if you're having a bad day, you're groggy, fine. This is a little more serious. It's one thing to we all misplace things, but it's one thing if you can retrace your steps. Even if you don't end up finding what you lost, you can retrace your steps and be like, okay, I was in the kitchen, then I was in the bathroom. This makes sense that it could be here. It doesn't make sense that it could be there. Cool, totally fine. What doesn't make sense, or what is more of a warning sign, is if you just have no idea. Yeah. You have no idea what to do, you have no idea where to go, and you just start panicking. Also, if you are paranoid that it's not that you lost the item, it's that somebody stole it. That is a really big warning sign. Huge. That I can't find my sweater. My daughter must have stolen it. And then you call your daughter, why'd you steal my sweater? Why'd you steal my sweater? Accusing others of theft rather than realizing that you're the one that misplaced it, it's definitely a warning sign. But if you can chalk it up to, hey, you know what, I misplaced it, I don't know what happened, that's fine. That's not really what we're talking about here. And then lastly, a little bit with driving, which can a lot of times be your biggest warning sign, is if you've never been a great driver and you're known for not parking the car straight, fine. But if you've been a good driver and all of a sudden you're parking crooked, you're not parking within the lines because you're probably not seeing the lines correctly, or your spatial reasoning is completely off, you're parked halfway back because you think the car in front of you is a lot closer than it really is. You're having trouble backing out of spaces because you can't tell how far back the other car is, and then you're panicking. These are warning signs that your spatial reasoning is off, and that is definitely a time to call the doctor. Again, we're not talking about, grandma made a sharp turn and hit a telephone pole. Yeah. We're saying you cannot figure out how to park correctly because the lines don't look straight to you. It's not making sense to you. Yeah. It's not so much you've lost the ability, it's that you've lost the ability to understand how to do it correctly. So those are just a few more warning signs to either make you feel like, whatever, I'm good, or that maybe
terrify you, whichever.
maybe you should make an appointment with your doctor. So, all right, we'll have a few more warning signs for you next time, and we'll see you then.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.